Natalie had it all, or at least that is what everyone thought. She lived in an upscale apartment on the east side of the city, gated entry and all. She dined at the best restaurants, and most of the time was the one treating her man to a meal, as she always expected nothing but the best, 5-star, all the way. Even at work, she was held in high esteem as she headed up the computer department for a large advertising firm. Natalie was on top of the world, or at least that was the impression everyone around her had. But there was one thing that those that knew her found her not to do very well with, and that is love. Her love life was a mess. She would go through men like water. It seemed every other day she was with a different man, but none of them seemed to fit her bill or were not qualified enough, as she would put it, although she would never define what qualities she was looking for. Some just could not handle her, as she was a dominant, powerful woman with a bright career and whom was financially successful and did not need to rely on men for anything. Some had said, so the rumor goes, that she was very untrusting and had suffered because of this in the past. So now she is super cautious and spots any sign of dishonesty and immediately dismisses the person as unfit or not the right type. Others say she is a Black Widow type and only uses men for one thing, and it was not for their money, or so they thought. This night, not like any other night, Natalie is getting ready to meet up with some friends at a popular drinking hole. Her best friends are a couple of other females she has met along the way at other popular night spots, so they decided it would be best to go out in small groups for safety. As she puts on her second earring, her intercom buzzes. Her limo driver informs her he is ready, meaning the car is washed, waxed, and he is suited up. Thank you, sir. I will be down in a minute. Natalie then calls each of her friends as she is heading down the elevator to let them know she is on her way to pick them up. Tonight is an extra special night because Natalie thinks she has finally met the one that makes her toes curl and puts butterflies in her stomach. Of course, to her friends, Natalie seems calm, cool, and collective as ever. No sign of nerves in her body at all. The chauffeur drops the young ladies, not a one over 26, at the front of the club, making a spectacular entrance. 3 elegant women, dressed to the nines, getting out of a limo definitely turns heads. The doorman ever so gracious to hold the door for them. Once inside, Natalie spots her man and moves in on him like an ace with a bogey in his crosshairs, her friends following her all the way. She steps up to him, takes his drink from his hand as he was about to sip it, and she downs the entire glass. Wow, everyone gasped in unison. Then Natalie looks straight at her mark and says, let's get out of here. She then looks over her friends for their nod of approval, as if she needs it, and asks, you ladies can find a ride, right? And with that, Natalie was off. While in the limo, the driver inquires as to where he will be taking them tonight, to which she responds, back to the apartment. As the doors of the elevator open to her penthouse floor, she and her target are kissing passionately, and some clothing like jackets, scarves, and ties had already found their way to the elevator floor. Leave them, she states as she lures him into the apartment, all the while unbuttoning her blouse. Make yourself at home. Would you like a drink? There is a TV and some games in the living room. I am going to slip into something more comfortable, she tells him, as she hands him a stiff cocktail. Thanks. Don't mind if I do. Natalie retreats to her bedroom and closes the door. The young man turns on the system and immediately sees the popular game Fortnite. Hey, can I play Fortnite? He shouts to her. Yes, but sign in under your account because I'm in the middle of something, she replies. Not a problem. After what seemed like an eternity, Natalie comes out of the room, dressed in a blue negligee to match her beautiful blue hair. I see you need another drink, she says. Oh, yes, please. Not sure what that was, but it was very good. He then starts to bore her with his Fortnite prowess and escapades. Apparently, he was very excited because he was able to unlock some extra features he had never known about before and was able to defeat his enemies with ease. She returned with his drink, and told him she thought it was cute and adorable how he takes to playing Fortnite, and for him not to stop as it turns her on. Wow, he exclaimed, you are like the most perfect girl. Then he gets super excited because Fortnite is offering him some other features that he never heard of, and he is on a roll, so obviously he wants to check them out. Take your time, she said, giggling. I'm going to get a hot bath, and when I get out, we can watch a movie or something. Or something sounds good, replied the Fortnite king. Natalie retreats once again into her bedroom and closes the door behind her. After an hour and a half of intense Fortnite game playing, the young man realizes how much time has passed and begins to get worried. As he begins to get up to go and knock on her bedroom door, he hears a knock at the front door. I wonder who that could be at this hour, he thinks, as he opens the front door. Standing there are two gentlemen in suits, looking a lot like G-men. Before he can speak, they give him the international sign to shut up, a finger over their lip, along with a shh. Then they show their badges while signaling to a SWAT team to move in. What seemed like a small army of men dressed in black quickly and efficiently secured the front half of the apartment. Three men went towards Natalie's bedroom door, and one of them started the 3 count with his fingers, upon which they then busted the door down and swooped in on Natalie's room. As if in rapid fire, every agent sounding off, clear, all clear, clear, except for the one voice that was louder than the rest. She's not here! The young gentleman, who was a little intoxicated, is sobering up fast and wanted some answers. What is going on? He said. Yes, sir. We will get to that, as we will need a sworn statement from you as well as some additional information, especially so we can get you your money back as soon as possible. Money? What money? The agent then calls out to the boss man, one of the gentlemen that had originally knocked and shown his badge. He then proceeds to tell the young Fortnite player everything, and this is what he said. Natasha, or as you know her, Natalie, is wanted by Interpol for various online crimes that exceed our borders and those of other nations. Natasha is a computer hacker mastermind that goes from city to city looking for easy marks she can take advantage of. She brings them home using her seductive charm, then puts them on a rigged game system in which she hacked that she controls via another computer, this time in her bedroom. She keeps the mark busy with drinks and casual affection, making them believe there will be a night of action to look forward to, when in reality, the only action is her clearing out the bank accounts. She hacked her own system so that the player has to enter all his personal and financial information, all the while thinking they are unlocking extra features in Fortnite. Once she gets access, she then pulls the whole "it's getting late, I have a headache" routine and sends the mark on his merry way, never realizing what has just happened. By the time they figure it out, the trail is impossible to follow, as she routes the info via 16 different web hubs in 8 different countries, making her crime untraceable. We needed to catch her in the act and get access to her personal computer. We have been on to her now for 9 months, but could never get this close. We thought we had her tonight and can't figure out how she knew we were coming and got out. Maybe you can help us. The young man stunned answers, I really just met her. She invited me here, and I've been playing Fortnite ever since. But her chauffeur seems like he knows her well from the brief time I spent with him. Maybe he can be of some help. The agent then chuckles. Ah, yes. Her father. We were hoping to capture him as well, as he has been right there with her through the whole thing. Just then an agent approaches. We think we figured it out, sir. Here is how she snuck out. Apparently, when we were unloading from the van in the garage, the chauffeur, her father, was sleeping in the limo. He must have woke up and called her upstairs, as we have a phone record proving that. After that, she snuck out the service elevator located in the pantry with access to her bathroom. Luckily, she did not have time to snag her main computer. Another agent was already on her laptop, and his face says it all. According to her computer, you are the 18th victim, give or take, 1800th victim, give or take, for a combined total haul of over $3,800,000. The young man, still looking surprised and perplexed, only had one remaining question for the agents. So, so, does this mean I didn't unlock any features in Fortnite? The agents laughed. Not only that, but you were never actually playing the real game, just a copycat version she was running from her mainframe. That's how she gets all your personal information. But, but, I was finally winning Fortnite. That's not fair. As the remaining agents searched the limo with a fine tooth comb scratching their heads, a beat up SUV is zooming along the highway. Where to now, little girl? Surprise me, Daddy, because as of yet, every man I meet is as predictable as the sun. One day, I swear, I will meet the right man, and when I do, he won't be interested in a single video game. He will be interested in me. And then, and only then, will you be able to walk me down the carpet.